Hi there, students. An interlude, countable noun, and I guess as an adjective as well, interluding. Okay, an interlude is a short period of time, normally from when one activity stops and either the same activity starts again or another activity starts after that. So in the interluding period, in the period of time between these two things, he worked most of his life as a doctor, but he also had a couple of interludes where he worked as an actor. So there were brief periods of time where he stopped being a doctor and worked as an actor, and then continued to be a doctor again. Okay, this was a very happy interlude in my life between different things. We were travelling by car from London to Edinburgh, and we passed a brief interlude in Carlisle on the way. We stopped for a bit and we looked around and we relaxed. Let's see, if you have a film, for example, on television or on in the cinema, normally they call the break an intermission. But the intermission is an interlude where the film's not shown and you can go for a pee or do something else. Yeah, so an interlude, it's a short period of time. It's an interval of time, a period of time between two longer processes or two longer events. So the country was normally peaceful, and there were normally very few problems, although there were one or two interludes of violence, short periods between the times of peace. Okay, an interlude, you can use this in the theatre, to talk about a small dramatic piece that is played separately. Yeah, it's or it could be part of. It's a brief little bit, a cameo, if you like. Yeah, or you could have an interlude, a short piece of music given between sections of music or between another performance. Okay, so an interlude, it's where a different activity takes place. Yeah. After going to university, he had a brief interlude where he travelled, and then he started to work. Okay, so it's a period of time between events. This was an interesting interlude. Okay, so we were talking about finance in the meeting, but the boss came in and explained the importance of our meeting. After this interlude by the boss, we continued. Okay, so it's something short that goes between two things. Yeah, it can be the same thing that starts and stops, an intermission, or one thing stops and the next thing starts. So yes, normally if you're at school, there is an interlude between leaving one classroom and the starting of your next class in a different classroom. Yeah. Normally the bits either side, these are longer periods of time. Whereas the interlude is shorter, but how long it is depends on how long the other bits are. He played violin for 2 hours, and after a brief interlude to use the loo, to use the toilet, he continued to play. Okay, so maybe that's 5 minutes. So yeah, The business went very well for 10 years, but after that there was an interlude of hard times, but then um, the profitability returned to the business and it continued like that. Here the interlude could be 6 months, but it's short compared to the bits of time either side of it. Formality. An interlude. I'm going to give it a 6 in formality, maybe 6.5. I think informally a break. Yeah, use it in a semi-formal conversation, semi-formal or formal writing. And as to origin, this comes directly from Latin. Inter, between, and ludo, to play. So it's a bit of playtime between two different things. Yeah, you get to play about or do the things that you need to do. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Take care. Interlude.